What's up, homies, and welcome back. Today we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different than usual. In fact, we're going to be talking about zombies, and exo-zombies in particular. We're going to be talking about what are basically my own opinion on the worst and best characteristics out of exo-zombies. In terms of the worst, we're going to definitely start with what in my opinion is the worst of them all, which are glitches. I hate it when I play multiplayer. You know, I just join a lobby of exo-zombies and it just so happened that there is a guy glitching through the wall. Zombies are not going to be able to kill him, and the entire zombies are going to simply come towards me, and I'm fucked because the guy is basically invincible and I have to deal with 4 times the amount of zombies that I should have dealt with at the beginning. The second worst characteristic out of exo-zombies is the fact that there is the defuse the bomb. Why? What is the reason behind putting defuse the bomb? I get it, it's a secondary objective, it adds variety, and I get it to that point, but it doesn't make any sense to the storyline. I mean, the defuse bomb, I believe it was introduced for the first time on a map that you're actually seeing the gameplay from, on Carrier. And why? In theory, we are on this ship by ourselves. There should be no one else in the ship apart from a bunch of zombies. Why do these soldiers just magically teleport inside of certain zones in the map with bombs? Why? I don't get personally the relevance to the storyline. That's why I put it in the worst parts. Another thing that was really not well done personally, according to my opinion, is the poor AI. And I'm not talking about the AI of the zombies, because that was really well done. Here I'm talking about the AI of the characters, not the characters that you control, but of the third-party characters. You know the Burger Town map, the second DLC map that you played? Yeah, every once in a while there was this weird round in which you had to save the hostage, and while that is actually a really good idea as a secondary objective because it makes sense, you know, you're in Burger Town, there can be hostages right there to save. It doesn't really make sense that the AI of the hostage is so dumb. I mean, the guy literally walks towards the zombies, and as soon as he gets hit, he then stops moving and he just sits and crawls. And that's it. It seems like a baby crying. And personally, I don't like it because I died so many times because of that shit. Another thing that, in my opinion, was not really well done out of exo-zombies are the camos. I'm sorry, I know that this is a really small detail, and you're gonna see a couple of more small details throughout, you know, this video. But I personally love that, you know, in Black Ops 2 or any other Call of Duty game that included a zombie game mode, when you punch the gun, it had a unique camo, and it, you know, it behaved completely uniquely. And the camos, man, they kind of lack originality. They're actually literally up to Mark 15, if I'm not wrong. They're literally taken out of the multiplayer, and you guys already know that I don't like the camos in the multiplayer. So, I mean, from Mark 15, they actually started becoming a little bit better, and they kind of, you know, it looks more rewarding whenever you punch your gun. But apart from that, they're kind of cheap, I guess. So, another thing that I really don't like was the fact that when you punch a gun, there are no laser bullets. I mean, why? That was one of the coolest things out of, you know, punching a gun in Call of Duty history. The fact that when you punched it, it basically did the sound, you know, the pew 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 sound. That was absolutely awesome. I love that. You know, that weird Star Wars gun. I love that shit, that small detail. And when you punch a gun in exo-zombies, it doesn't really change that much. Just the camo and the amount of damage that it does. That's it. Another thing about the Puck Punch was the fact that the ultimate Puck Punch machine is only unlocked after completing the Easter egg. Why? What if I just wanted to see how long I lasted in that particular round without having, you know, to go through the Easter egg? Which, the Easter egg has something another thing that I really didn't like is the fact that Easter eggs sometimes require a good amount of luck to be completed. I remember going for the first Easter egg on the first map. I was trying my absolute nuts off, and I wasn't able to get that keycard incinerator because you had to spray with LMGs and get it popping up. I don't get it. Everyone else was able to do it. It took me absolutely forever to get the fucking keycard. But I don't like the fact that it includes luck, or that amount of luck, in order for you to complete an Easter egg, which then will unlock the Mark 25, which is the only way to actually survive after X amount of waves. It doesn't really make sense. What if I just wanted to, you know, survive and kill zombies and that's it, up until I died? And then the last thing that I really didn't like about exo-zombies is the fact that there are no buildable objects. Why? That was one of the coolest features about, you know, zombies, and especially in Black Ops 2 zombies. The fact that you could build objects and weapons. That was really cool. and it's nothing really that important. There's really just small details. For that, it's just, you know, kind of a bummer. That's it, nothing really that bad. But now we're actually gonna be talking about the best features out of Exo-Zombies. You know, the features that actually made me enjoy Exo-Zombies as a game mode. Well, the first thing is that they had really well made 3D models, like extremely, like took into consideration that Sledgehammer Games, this is the first time that they actually attempt to do anything that has to do with zombies, and the 3D models looks absolutely amazing. They look extremely well done. They look realistic, they act realistic, as much of, you know, an Exo-Zombie might ever look realistic. And the limbs come apart, which is absolutely amazing, and I love it. There you can see blood, there is gore, and I love that. I just do. That's it. Another thing that they did extremely correctly, in my opinion, was the fact that there is a huge variety of weapons. I mean, you can basically almost get every single weapon from the multiplayer, apart from a couple, or maybe I wasn't lucky enough to actually get them. I would have loved to have the XMGs in Exo-Zombies. That would have been so cool, man. But also the variety is in the best category, but I feel like they could have done actually something better. Here I'm actually gonna give you guys suggestions, or at least, you know, I'm gonna give you Sledgehammer suggestions, let's put it this way. Personally, I would have loved to see the, you know, variants of the multiplayer brought over to the Exo-Zombies. Basically, you know, if you maxed out the Bolt 27, you would have gotten yourself the Bolt 27 Obsidian Steed. That would have been really unique, and would have showed, you know, how relevant supply drops and, you know, variants of weapons actually are in the game throughout the game. It doesn't matter what game mode you play. In my opinion, they should have just, you know, included them. They also had extremely nice special weapons. I mean, they were originals, and basically they just made the game a lot funnier and more entertaining to play and watch, in my opinion. In fact, Limbo, which is the special weapon of the third map, the one that I'm playing right now, is in my opinion one of the coolest looking special weapons ever created. It's so weird, and it's so cool to use, the fact that you just spray this laser that attaches to both sides of the wall and it just smokes down people, or zombies in that case. I just find it extremely fun to use, and throughout also the other weapons, you know, they're kind of really reliable and they help you out a lot. Another thing that was really cool was the infection round. I mean, it's extremely annoying, but it really does add variety to the different rounds that you actually get. It's extremely fun because usually in, you know, Call of Duty Zombies, what you would do is simply, okay, these are the zombies, let's wait for them to spawn, I'm gonna train them, it doesn't really matter if they actually touch me since they have Jug. That was the main concept, you know, as long as the zombies didn't literally have an orgy on you, then everything would have been fine. But here with the infection round, is basically like playing hardcore. If you get hit by one of them, you need to go and, I guess, decontaminize yourself. That's a really cool idea, a really neat thing that they added, in my personal opinion. Another thing that was increased the replayability of the game itself was the variety of zombies. There is a lot of different zombies. There is the zombie that, you know, electrocutes you, the one that disables you, the exosuit, the one that teleports towards you, the one that explodes, the one with the spikes. I mean, zombies, there are a good amount of them. Let's put it this way. In terms of zombies, there was also one really good idea that I personally loved. That was the one of the zombie boss. It's extremely annoying, just like, you know, the zombie that electrocutes you and disables the exosuit, but it really does add a different level of difficulty to the game that makes the game a little bit more interesting, especially for those that, you know, are used to play zombies and are used to, you know, go through waves and waves and waves just by training. The zombie boss were really well done, and they really did add a level of replayability that was fundamental. Other really good thing is the fact that there is the Exo movement. I mean, the Exo movement completely revolutionized zombies. I love the fact that I have an exosuit, I love the fact that I can jump over zombies, and I love the fact that zombies are not really that easy to train anymore. I mean, in past Call of Duties, you literally didn't have to do that much to train a zombies, or a horde of zombies. You would just wait for them to spawn, go around them, make them understand that they need to stay collected and actually follow you, and then you would mow them down. Instead of Exo-Zombies, you actually need bigger level of skill, because zombies will start popping out of everywhere, they will start jumping on containers, and will come from parts of the map would have not seen that coming from. Plus, for some weird reason, sometimes I feel like exosuits should have only been limited just in the Exo-Zombies playlist. Don't know why, I just feel that way. Nonetheless, they make the game a lot more interesting. Finally, they had a really well written and really well dubbed storyline. Like seriously, the story mode, the story behind the Exo-Zombies was fairly okay considering that this was the first try, but the actors that dubbed certain characters were absolutely outstanding, especially the guy that dubbed Oz. Oz was definitely the coolest character, at least from my personal opinion, out of, you know, those that we explored throughout the game. And boy oh boy, that man is just funny as shit. Well, that's it. Hope you all had a beautiful day. Hope you all enjoyed the video. And yeah, bye bye.
They see me rolling.